Man, you're a lazy ass.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel
Greetings, comrades! This is Caleb back with another Dwarf Fortress video. And before we visit our main world of Modular, I made a second world, Kara Unol, the Dimension of Soul. Basically another save where I just, play on my own time, because this world is for YouTube. This is for just me playing whenever I don't feel like playing Battlefield 6 or whatever. Anyway, we're going back to Modular. See what my dumbass dwarves are gonna get themselves into these days. Oh boy. Not too much happened in the last video. Oh yeah, we're setting up a trade depot. Because, let's see, did they already leave? How are the merchants still here? I thought they left. Good. Oh, I did remember, the liaison came over and, elevated our, little fortress a little further, but then for some reason the merchants left. And there's this big pile of stuff here that they left behind. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not, but I kind of claimed it, so now it's mine. Yeah, stuff's still there. I guess they're getting it one at a time. Yeah, just left a bunch of steel grates over here. Okay, let me check the other. Okay, diplomat. I guess it's the liaison that's still here, because I don't see any other trader guys. Just a bunch of guests and crundles and rodent people. Yes, they're deep down in the earth in the underground caves. I guess it's just getting the stuff one at a time. So I guess we'll go with that. So, not too much happened at work, but well, my car's in the shop. Apparently my check engine light came on a few days ago, so I took it to AutoZone to do a little scan. And a few error codes came out. Most of them for the oxygen sensors. But I think the main issue is with the evap purge solenoid. Which is kind of a, not really urgent, but definitely something that needs to be looked into. So I take it to Goodyear, and they still have the vehicle. The thing is, they close at 3 on Saturdays, and they're closed on Sundays, so I probably won't get the car back till Monday. Which, is what it is. There were a few other cars ahead of me, so there's still, like, they have to do a diagnostic to make sure, to find what parts do need replacing, and they'll let me know, and then they'll take care of it. But as of right now, it's like 15 minutes before they close, so I doubt that they're going to call me right now, but I'll be taking a chauffeur to work on Monday, which is fine. So, is the liaison still here? Yeah, he's still here. Okay, he's just chilling in the... I don't really see him in the crowd. Oh, there he is, okay. From diplomacy and to relax. Well, I guess I'll wait for him to leave, then I'll dismantle this old trade depot. There's probably all that stuff scattered everywhere. But they can always move it up here. And Excuse me, I take a little bit of yogurt. And I don't like eating while making videos, but you know, it's good for the stomach. So you know, all those cultures and whatnot. And on a side note, I got my Nintendo 64 working. Basically, long story short, I tested those Hall Effect joysticks that I installed in the controls a few months ago, but it worked for a time. The Hall Effect sticks worked, but the game was working for a bit, and then it would randomly reset. And I had to look up online, like it could be like the inside of it's dirty, or maybe the power supply is going bad. So I didn't touch it for a few months, but then like a week ago, I tried to fire up the Nintendo 64 again, but I wasn't getting any video at all, which is weird. And the AV cable was fine. So what I did was I got an HDMI cable. Yes, they sell N64 to HDMI cables, which that can also be used on the Super Nintendo and GameCube. They use the same AV connector. But I tried that, and the HDMI was getting power, but still no video. So then I looked up and checked. It was actually it could be a power supply issue, or maybe some corrosion inside the N64 motherboard itself. So before I got the power supply, what I did was I actually opened up the N64, looked up some tutorials on YouTube, and it's fairly easy. And to my shock, the motherboard in the N64 is surprisingly clean. Oh, cool, some more migrants, nice. But anyway, a little bit of dust around the cartridge slot and that expansion port, but other than that, it was clean, and no popped capacitors, no corrosion around the chips or anything like that. It was definitely weird. I deep cleaned it, and I tried power on, still no video. So I figured, okay, maybe it's gotta be the power supply. So I ordered another power supply from Amazon. It's like 16 bucks. And plugged it in. Works like a charm. I'm so glad too, because I've had that console for like 20 years. Well over 20 years. And it has sentimental value to me. Well, yeah, 25 plus years actually, because there's a translucent purple one that was released in like the late 90s, early 2000s. And again, I'm surprised how clean the motherboard was. No corrosion or damage or popped capacitors or anything like that. I was shocked at how good condition it was. And I'm glad it still works, because I'd hate that to spend another $150, $200 for another N64. But if it did break, it would give me an excuse to get that Mod Retro M64, that FPGA N64 console that came out recently, or will come out. It's like 200 bucks. Maybe if the old N64 does eventually bite the dust, I might look into that, because it recreates the N64 hardware perfectly. Well, so is the analog 3D, but that's like 500 bucks on Amazon, if you could find one, that is. I don't know. I love the N64, but not enough to spend half a grand on an FPGA console. Yeah, I'm just glad it's working now, so that's good. And forgot to mention, my birthday was a few days ago, so yeah, 38 years old, and somehow I'm still not dead. I know, I can't believe it myself. But I got quite a bit. One of my nephews gave me a bunch of cheap games on my Steam library, including Bejeweled 1, Gothic 1, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Super Hot, and a few other games. That was mighty generous of him. And I did not know Dino Crisis was on Steam, let alone Dino Crisis 2, which he gave me the first one. I might look into getting the second one later. Because I remember I hardly played the first Dino Crisis, but I beat the second one a few times. Tried all those cool weapons and stuff. It was interesting. You know, all the Resident Evils Capcom's putting out, you'd think they give Dino Crisis a little love. There were a few spiritual successors here and there, but yeah. Guess not. Dino Crisis isn't as well remembered as Resident Evil. It's basically Resident Evil, but with dinosaurs instead of zombies. I know my dad liked the third entry in the Xbox, but I couldn't get into it. The camera was awful. But he beat it a few times and, you know, got all the extra hidden stuff. If you enjoy it, good for you. Why is a dog on a table? Not really doing anything. Why is a turkey going inside here? Or poult? Looks like a turkey to me. At this point, I'm just letting the fort prosper. So we only got 6 more people, eh? Let's see. I forgot to check who the people were. Yeah, I'm pretty much only going to bless military people. And a few select people here and there. You know, doing the Breath of Armok thing on everyone's going to take too long. So I might as well assign bedrooms to these guys. I have so many bedrooms that I haven't assigned all of them yet. So I'm going to have to go through here and see who has a bedroom, who doesn't. Anything that's vacant? Oh, okay, got a few here. Oh, we got 9 people. That's fine. I thought population said 180 when I started. Okay, let's give these guys some bedrooms, and the ones that aren't bust, I'll just let them, you know, get better stuff for their own volition. Got a siege engineer, okay. Might make one more military squad, and I still have a pretty competent military force. If not mind-blowing. Got a bunch of bards. Yeah, I made some Tuscan sausage and bean stew earlier. Turned out really good. I might start buying Italian sausages again. I know my dad used to like buy a few packs of the Johnsonville sausages, usually the Italian ones. But they also have like occasional different ones like Hatch Chili, Firecracker one. They recently made Dr. Pepper flavored sausage. I might get a few of those. I know my niece loves Dr. Pepper. Like, she drinks it like most people drink water. Oh, I dug some more bedrooms down here. I'll wait till we get more miners, then I'll start assigning more bedroom zones. But all these haven't even been assigned yet. Yeah, my fort's doing really well. Haven't encountered any giant beasts yet. I don't know if I remember enabling like Forgotten Beasts and Colossi or anything like that to save. When we do encounter anything, we'll be ready. That's for sure. What's this? Human swordsman spotted seeking around. I'll live to fight another day. We caught another... Oh yeah, that's what happened in the last video. We caught a human spy. Looks like we caught another one. Oh, looks like he fucked off. Okay. Oh, this other guy's still caged. Looks like someone from a Swedish metal band. Heck, I think I got all those traps lying around, huh? Oh yeah, this Acer mouse is working pretty good. Not bad for less than 20 bucks. I wish I could set a solid color for the RGB lighting here. But at least I can set it to blue. You gotta download a certain app for it though, but yeah, I didn't mind. When this mouse eventually craps out, I'm gonna consider getting a few Red Dragon mice. Definitely some of the bigger mice because they're gonna have big hands. So I need something that's ergonomic and has everything I need. The side buttons, you know, the good scroll wheel. Another visitor here. Poor spatial sense, not creative. High kinesthetic sense, whatever that is. Private, avoid fights. Okay. Oh yeah, I was also setting up some bedrooms for the tavern here. Doesn't have to... Okay, I think they are using them, okay. I don't want to keep switching tables. For some reason, Jesus is visiting. We should all be so lucky as to truly master a skill. Well, let me introduce you to my military. They're skilled and then some. I saw a human recite morose brands at the Diamond Oaks. It's interesting. So, okay, same thing here. Society flourishes when lawbreakers are punished. Which I'm surprised we haven't have any unruly dwarves. I mean, the worst we have is a production order being violated, but nothing came of that. No sentence pending. They pretty much punish dwarves on their own volition. Yeah, we got the Dungeon Master who has a shit ton of stones in his room because dwarves haven't picked them up. And we still have a bunch of guild halls over here. We only have 4 guild halls and 5 temples. But I made a bunch of extra ones because, you know, as the fortress grows, so too do the beliefs of the people and the establishment of guilds. So I'll make just a few more here. So that's 8. Yeah. Oh, I'm probably surprised to know when they announced Modern Warfare 4 earlier this week. On my birthday, actually. Coincidentally enough. And, you know, after Black Ops 6 and 7, I can't blame people for being a little wary about the next Call of Duty. They said it calls something more grounded to the actual series this time around, but we'll see. When it comes to cosmetics and stuff, it's slowly turning into Fortnite. Which for a grounded military shooter that had a big comeback in 2019, it's not something you really want. You know, if I want a big, weird crossover battle royale stuff, I play Fortnite. Call of Duty is not Fortnite. Yeah, dig a few Evercade carts with the... Well, I got a Evercade cart with the birthday money my sister gave me, but I also have some birthday money from my aunt in Florida. I also have some from one of my nephews who was going to cover pizza for my birthday, but another nephew chipped in, so I have more birthday money. And I got an Amazon cart for my niece. That was awful generous of her. And I'm going to use all that to get myself an Atari 2600 Plus. I was talking about it the last few videos, and I played quite a few Atari 2600 games on the retro gaming videos. Figured, you know what? Now that I have enough, I might as well. So it's like around 120, 130 bucks. So you know what? I might as well jump the gun. Because I never had an Atari 2600. And according to my sister, they did have an Atari 2600 prior to my birth. They were born way back in '88. And they had an NES. I remember that. I remember the NES was the first console I ever played. And, you know, the rest is history, as they say. But, I never played an Atari 2600 before, the actual console. I did play a few compilations. I'll pause the thing. Yeah, I did play a few compilations, like mainly Activision games. And of course there's the Atari 50th Anniversary Collection on Steam and the consoles. Ah! So that's the tall of the surrounding landscape that made a duchy. in it. Close up with an elected mayor. Well, let's make sure he gets the proper quarters. Okay, this is... Okay, yeah. So, got all these coins here. Which I should probably make another stockpile just for the coins, because I have so many of them. We'll just... Forgot. Yeah, I have stereo mix on when I put on my headphones, so the sound going through the headphones is also coming from the speakers. I don't know why I set up like that, I just did. This will be the stores for our coin that our literal coins that we're making. Yes, you can make gold coins in this game. Whether you can actually use it as currency, I don't know. But it's very valuable, and yeah. Okay. Now we can remove this. Yeah, just take that apart. And all this stuff. Oh, man. Look at all this. Look at all the tortoise shells. Okay, I wish I could mass select stuff so I can... But I guess when they, the next caravan comes and I request items, they'll hopefully take these and move into this trade depot. So it's a little easier for them to get to. Yeah. So, hope you're all ready for summer. It's like 95 degrees right now. And we're supposed to get some more rain next week. Awesome! It's been on and off the last few weeks. But hey, I'll take some rain. Means I don't want to worry my sunflowers too much. Yeah, I've had no luck with the mint in the backyard, so I'm just going to grow sunflowers in the front. I said I was going to grow sunflowers in my mother's memory. And some of them are already sprouting. So sunflowers are really easy to grow. I think that's one of the reasons my mom loves making sunflower growers. They're really easy to grow. You just have to keep watering them and they'll grow whatever. Yeah. I'm not holding my breath from the rain, but if we get it, great. Either way, I'm keeping my neck fan handy for work. Let's see, petrified wood. Okay, so yeah, there's my stockpiles there. Let's see, what's going on in the underground? Some mushrooms, some dimple cups, plump helmets, dead young tower cap. We got cave spiders. Apparently you can domesticate cave spiders, but they're mainly for you to use their thread to make clothes and stuff. Which, can I gather stuff down here? Yeah, I can gather the mushrooms. See, I don't think cave spiders are aggressive. Yeah, they're just sitting there. It'd be cool if I could keep one as a pet. Let me try something real quick. So, a few videos ago, I did a command to make that bird lady and a wolf lady join my fort. I'm gonna see if I can do it with a cave spider. Let's see, let me move the... Okay. I don't know if this will work, but only one way to find out. No, I don't want to select the... Yeah, I want to have ownership to a piece of K-Spider web. No, I want to domesticate the K-Spider itself. No, I can't do it? Okay, hold on, let me check help again. So, let's see. Select a unit, you run this tool, converts it to be a fortress system. If sentient. Well, K-Spider is sentient. Also moves a foreign affiliation, if any, and removes the unit from any current conflict they are engaged in. Okay. Well, shoot, I was hoping to have my own cave spider pet. Oh, well, guess you can't have everything. Unless you're modding, of course. Okay, so how are they doing that little, what's... Oh, it's up here. Okay, they're still digging it. Okay, might as well check these tombs real quick. Okay, okay, who doesn't have a tomb? A special tomb. Let's see, guess Dungeon Master here. Guess the Mayor gets one. The Bookkeeper. What are these? Duchess, Captain of Guard. Yeah, I should probably make a few more special tombs for the nobles. It's kind of as far as I can go there. That's the edge of the map. Well, while that's going, I'll just enjoy some more of my yogurt. I've been eating a lot more of this ever since I had my wisdom teeth removed. It's cheap and it's filling. Like I said, it's good for the digestive tract. Oh yeah, I also got a scan tool. You know, a cheap little $30 scan tool. It'll come in handy, you know. If you have a car, and you have a check engine light come on, yes, you go to AutoZone. They can do a free scan, so it can tell you like what error codes came up and what parts you need to remedy those codes. But you can also get your own scan tool. There's some cheap ones that are like 30 or 40 bucks. But if it's just like, you know, scanning error codes in your vehicle, like finding like check engine light comes on, and you have one of those tools to help find the error codes. Say like you got a code here, your oxygen center is going bad, or maybe a serious one like your catalytic converter has some big issues. Yeah, it's an invaluable tool to have, having a scan tool. Even the cheap ones will do a good job. Like, if you're just like scanning codes for your car, find errors and stuff like that, doing diagnostics, those are more than enough. Those fancier tools, that's for like recalibrating like those computerized cars and stuff like that. Those will cost you an arm and a leg. They're not something I need, just something to, you know, scan for codes. Yeah, I don't think they have even gotten to my car yet, so probably won't wait till Monday. Which is fine. My nephew could take me to work. It's not even that far, so it's good. And funny thing, my brother-in-law got a dart gun. Not like it's kind of like Nerf, but instead of like those weird like Nerf designs, they're based on real guns. They got one modeled after the HK416. Yeah, full sized too. It uses foregrips, scopes, and stuff like that. It has the rails and everything. Naturally, it's gonna be a lot lighter, so it's plastic, not metal like an actual gun. Getting a magazine is a real bitch, though. It's kind of weird. I would like to get an airsoft gun. If I do, it's gotta be an AK. Because I always want to do that tactical reload where you take the magazine, hit the magazine release with it, and it'll eject the other magazine, then you put the new one in. And of course, do the underhand charging handle pull. You know what I'm talking about. The Tactical reload. A lot more stone. Speaking of stone, they be nice if they got rid of all these stones in the Dungeon Master's quarters. All this dolomite. Yeah, I was just digging this part here because so they can access this corner to build it. But yeah, for those who aren't aware, well, I scrolled down too far. But anyway, yeah, this is the Monarch's quarters. That was a little throne room I made for them. Here's a Dungeon Master's area. They get gold floors. And here's a dungeon, which I'm not sure that's how you make it, but I made it similar to this in one of my older forts, and it works fine. You just assign this entire area as a dungeon, and any unruly dwarves will get thrown in here. There are also these chains, too, which, I guess that's also for keeping unruly people captive. Or maybe it's for keeping, like, dogs in place so they don't wander off and get rabies or something. I don't know. One thing I plan on doing, I think what I'm going to do for the next video, I'm going to try to play entirely in the ASCII format. For those who don't know, Dwarf Fortress came out 20 years ago. Yeah, 20 years ago, back in 2006. I was graduating from high school around the time this game came out. And the original Dwarf Fortress was an ASCII, which, for those who don't know, I might as well show you real quick. You actually can switch to ASCII mode on here. Is some video, yeah, classic ASCII graphics, and it basically resembles like an old DOS game like Rogue, where it uses like computer characters to represent different shapes and stuff. I'll show you. See, this is what it looks like in ASCII mode. So it could be a little hard to tell from everybody. Right, here's water that for some reason is purple. There's a river, which for some reason is purple. But basically, this is my stockpile of all my random stuff here. This is the dining hall. You can see the tables here and the chairs. Here's some of the workshops, like the kitchen, the still. Here's some more of the workshops down here. There's where my old trade depot used to be. And here's a new trade depot, which I still need to move all that stuff over there. Here's another stockpile of more, like, food and stuff. And there's the adamantine floors I made. Here are the gold walls around my fort. And see those little smiling faces? Those are the dwarves. And they flash, that means they're holding something. And there's a cage there capturing a human ear. And the notifications represent ASCII 2. Which, the original Dwarf Fortress didn't have this kind of interface, so it was a lot different. But here's a little more modernized. So here's more of the quarters for the military folks. And there's a barracks. One of them anyway. There's a stockpile with all the weapons and stuff. Here's the sarcophagi for the dead dwarves, which I'm surprised not a single dwarf has died yet. And here are the tombs I made for the nobles. I'm going to make a few more down here. And here's this new I made for the coins. In fact, let me see if I can... Okay, so let's see. Stockpile... Here we go. Okay, there's a stockpile there, and here will be coins. They'll select it. No, not corpses. Not corpses, coins. There we go. I don't know why it lagged there. I did not want to pause. Okay, I don't know why it started lagging there. Here's some more bedrooms. Here's the hospital. And here's the main doctor's quarters here. And here's a go for here? I think this is so I think this is the yeah, this is the bookkeeper's place. Yeah, okay. Anyway, down here, here's Mark's throne room and the quarters. Here's the dungeon master's place. Here's the dungeon, and the different like colors, symbols here indicates what type of material it is. On here, here's the guild halls, and here are the temples that I made. Here's another stockpile, a bunch of random stuff. Here's a tavern, and here are the bedrooms for said tavern. And we go down here, here's some more bedrooms. And more of my stockpiles. There's more stockpiles down here. And here's the cavern with the mushrooms and stuff. Yeah, it takes a little getting used to. Oh, what's this? Okay, masterpiece, human axe pen, taken by mood. Taken by a Fey mood, okay. Is gonna make something. Probably another random bone earring or something. But yeah, that's pretty much the ASCII format. I might do the next video like this, just to see what it's like. For now, though, we'll switch back to more visually appealing. Look, so anyway. Let's see what this Fisher's Dwarf makes. Gathering items. Yeah, just some random dwarf who is possessed by something. They'll claim a random workshop, gather the stuff they need, and then make something amazing. It can be as glorious as a diamond-encrusted warhammer, or something as weird as just a fancy earring. What do they claim? Metalsmith's Forge. So I'm guessing this one here. Or... no, it's this one. Okay. We'll see what they make. Either it's working. I'm glad I have to chew yogurt, so you don't have to hear disgusting mouth noises. Probably still came, but not as bad as chewing. Just had some yogurt left, they wanted to go to waste, you know? Alright. And here is... nothing yet? Okay. It used to be a little faster than this, but hey. He has created Oshog Zeg, an adamantine mace. Alright. That can go to the Monarch. In fact, since we have a duchy. Oh, they need another armor stand and weapon rack. No problem. We can definitely supply that. So I might as well put these in the study. You know what? They get the fancy one. and an armor stand. Adamantine. You know, but yeah, you any like fancy like clothing and weapons and stuff, you can actually give to the nobles. Yeah, they're working on that, but so I can give them a ring. I'll show you. They can get the mace. Hell yeah. And I guess those earrings. Yeah, that'll be good. I don't know why I paused it, but there you go. Oh boy. If I do get a Atari, I'm having a stroke. If I do get an Atari 2600 Plus, I need to figure out where to put it. I definitely want to put it in my room, but I need to make some more room on the entertainment center. One of these days I'm going to do entertainment center for my room. It's a little bigger and holds more stuff. Because the one I had is basically just a TV stand with a couple shelves and doors on the bottom. We used to have a bigger one back in the day. It was a lot more stuff, but it couldn't hold a TV like this. I'll find something. It's a 50-inch TV I have, so I need to find a good entertainment center that'll accommodate that. And all my consoles and stuff. Then I want it to look a lot more presentable. Oh boy. I guess while all this is going on, is the noble happy? The noble is happy. Maybe later on I'll send a messenger. It's no big deal right now. Guess while all this is going on, let's hurry back to the center of the fort here. Let's see. 50-inch TV entertainment center. They're not going to be pretty big. Yeah, these are kind of the same, just a lot cheaper. Just don't have the. So that looks like a little. That looks a little more of my liking there. Yeah, it's a lot more spacious. There's one that's like $72 and has all the accommodations I need. We'll see though. There's another one here. It's just a bunch of drawers. That looks okay, but this one looks pretty big. 71-inch or 87-inch. It has like extra shelves on the sides for like other knickknacks and stuff. I might look into that. I haven't looked into that. Nothing super urgent right now. I just want my entertainment to look a little neater. Yes, I have so much shit. Now down here was originally I was gonna have a separate barracks for like squads to go like you know, protect the fort from underneath. But it turns out it actually exposed the cave network itself, so I meant to make it around here. But no urgency right now. So yeah, there's not really too much going on right now. Running low on meat, but we have plenty of food, so I think we're good. Yeah, it's not too much going on. At this point, I'm just letting the dwarves do their thing and just wait for something to come up. 44 minutes is the last save. Only have one dwarf that's kind of antsy, but it's most likely a child. It's usually the children that are in the lower end of the happiness spectrum, but they'll get over it. Oh boy. God, if I find any more beast folk out in the world, I'm gonna have them join my fort. And more elves that come and bitch about us cutting down trees, oh, they'll get what's coming for them. So they gotta do something about this human here? Are they just gonna leave him there, or can I like bring him in for like questioning or something? Let me look that up real quick. Dwarf Fortress. Let's put captured humans just to see what it does there. Captured human fort. Let's look up trap real quick, because they did trigger a trap. There was another spy, but he just fucked off. Cage trap. Okay, this is odd. Most captured creatures do not require any nourishment and will survive being in a cage indefinitely. In fact, even submersion in water appears to have no effect on caged creatures. It's possible for dwarves to bring water to cage, but this will only occur if you have someone friendly also locked in the cage, like a dwarf child snatched by a goblin. Huh. Cage traps not capture every creature in the game, so you will need alternate defenses. Titans of Forgotten Beasts are immune to traps entirely and will waltz right past all your carefully placed cages. Unless the cage has a cage spider web on it. Some creatures are nimble enough to avoid setting off traps or are going to escape it completely once triggered. So I guess that human's just staying there. You know what? I could be a... You know what? I'm gonna be a real bastard here. It mentioned you could put magma on it. Let's see. Just one. I don't want to flood the place. Yeah, he's getting cooked, literally. This is a, oh, it's adamantine. So, they technically can't die in there. So, you know what? He's in his own personal sauna for the rest of his days. There's a lot of steam coming out. Yeah, adamantine's immune to lava. That's why it's in the deep layers. see, any pets that need to be, no, not butchering dogs or cats. Straight rooster. Guess we'll butcher him. Straight raven. I'm keeping the raven. Ravens are awesome. Let's see. So, you know what? We're gonna have some piggy. Guinea hen. Just saw him too. Keep the peacocks. Peacocks are cool. Straight eel. Keep him. We'll keep the piglets. Wait for them to grow up, then we'll butcher them. Alright. Meat's back on the menu, boys and girls. Let's got some more plants over here. Look, that... Oh! Okay, the, I guess we did cook the human. He's, the cage is empty now. Well... Well, okay, I guess, I guess that's one way to clear the cage trap. Well, let's go and see if we can clear out the... Okay, see paint mode area, click... Remove. There we go. Okay, yeah, well, you learned something the other day. You can clear carry a pour magma on them. And you know what? This is mine. Iron halberd. So any of those spies want to come in this, you know what I should do? Well, yeah, adamantine cages. Okay, just keep using those. We'll just put a bunch of traps in this entrance here. Anyone wants to bitch about our stuff? Hey, they're getting a nice little surprise. I already scattered some around the place, but here, yeah, the household trucks will have no choice but to get trapped. And I'll use the liquid glue to pour magma on them, and they'll be cooked alive, and there'll be nothing left in there. And I can clear it out, and yeah, everything's fine and merry. Well, I guess that's the most eventful part of this video. We cooked a human by unconventional means, but hey, it got the job done. Remember, you throw enough mud on the wall, eventually some of it will stick. We're getting quite a bit of meat now. Yeah. So, I guess I'll do it for this video, comrades. We didn't do much other than cook a human spy. So anyway, this is Liam Caleb, signing out. You have a good day.
Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls, cause I'm not in the mood. But then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it all, if you're patient and soon. It can all be worth it, all the searching. Pain is never real.